guys get in, we're gonna tap in. Standing on business. Standing on business. What's going on, T? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, brother. What about you?
Man, can't complain, bro. Can't complain. Just making sure I get everything straight as we depart on the show. You dig what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Yeah, you can hear my audio perfectly.
Oh yeah, you good, brother.
All right, cool.
You top notch.
All right, cool, man. We live, bro. The guys gonna tap in as they get a chance. So I guess while we wait on the guys to enter in, let me just introduce everybody. What's up, guys? How y'all doing? This is the the live show of On The Geaux. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Appreciate y'all supporting us and being part of the show. The comments and everything that y'all put through, we absolutely love it. And we're just gonna keep this thing going in motion like we always do, dog. And Chris has joined the show.
What's happening, gang?
What's happening?
What's good, brother?
My guys, what's up, bros?
Man, you know how we do, bro. We doing good.
The knowledge is.
Man, you already know what time it is. Check this out. We got a ticker now. You dig what I'm saying?
Oh,
We got
man.
a ticker now.
Score updates and all that.
We official.
Hey, that boy Jim putting in work, man.
We official, man. We official. Blow the whistle, bro.
Shout out Jimbo.
Hey, we try.
For the listeners and the viewers out there, Jimbo behind the scenes putting in that work, making sure our presentation looks up to par and pretty decent, rather, for lack of a better word.
For sure.
That is fact. That is
putting it in motion like the ocean.
My boy Jimmy can do this behind the scenes stuff for a living if he wanted.
Hey, man.
Broski.
I got a little talent with it. What's good, E-Money?
It's that engineering degree you got, my boy.
Nah, bandit.
It's self-taught right here. What's good, E?
What's up?
Doing good, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean.
All right, cool. So, first things first. Let's go ahead and get down into it. We got a jam-packed show today. A lot of topics to hit. So we might be a little quick on some things. We may not. But we're just gonna play it, let it flow. All right. So first things first, we gotta tap into this because this happened the earliest, right? Chargers lose to the Raiders 63-21, and Brandon Staley was finally fired, bro. What's your immediate reactions to this, and also who do you see as a replacement for next season? Floor is yours, fellas.
Oh man, for me, I'm more of the short-winded here in the group, but it was a bit about time.
Yeah, I agree.
I thought it would have happened much sooner, but it happened, and it sucks for that guy. But hey, business is business at the end of the day, and if you're not doing what you need to do, those people got to make a decision for what's best for their organization. And unfortunately for this guy, it had to come on the worst part of the end of it but it happened, and man, it's unfortunate because he had a nice team, a very well group of talented players. He had a nice upcoming potential future quarterback of the league in Justin Herbert, and he couldn't produce with that team. Not to say Justin Herbert's the whole team, but he had players Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, what was the Mike Williams before he was injured, right?
Yep.
He had a nice group of players on that team, just to name a few, and he couldn't really produce it, man. It just sucks, But hey, business is business, like I said,
I agree. E, you want to tap in?
Yeah. So I think the whole thing with Brandon Staley, it probably should have happened after the playoff game, if we're just being honest.
Are you talking about the one in Jacksonville?
Yeah, like.
Oh yeah.
I think this was too late. Obviously the season's probably over for them. Herbert's out, so you got a chance to kind of just figure out, who's going to be the next coach. I mean, like I said, we've been talking about the Chargers as like a sleeper team, a team that could be playoff contenders for the longest, and they just haven't performed. And we always talk about it. Brandon Staley's a defensive guy, and his defense was trash. So when you can't even coach your side of the ball that you're supposed to be known for, you got to go. It's time to go. So hopefully they go get a guy. Well, I know Ben Johnson's going to be at the top of everybody's list, offensive coordinator for the Lions. I definitely think they need to go after somebody like that, an offensive-minded coach. That's just kind of the way of the league, right? Like everybody's just trying to score a ton of points.
Mm-hmm.
I think you really just need somebody that's going to put Justin Herbert in the best situation. And like you could tell this year, just like Staley didn't get fired last year, but then he fired Lombardi, who's now with on the Broncos as their offensive coordinator. And I felt like it wasn't Lombardi's fault that they lost. Like the offense played well, but the defense let them back in the game last year in the playoffs. And like you could tell the offense just wasn't as good this year. Like they just weren't spreading the ball around. They looked very one-dimensional. I know that they hired Kellen Moore, but that ain't going well. So I think Ben Johnson should definitely be at the top of the list, or somebody with an offensive mindset. And the GM got fired as well too. And to be honest with you, I think he caught a stray because I thought he was doing a good job.
Facts.
Well, I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to see real quick because he drafted very well. And I mean, he traded for Khalil Mack. He drafted Bosa. Like he built a good roster. Now,
what's the little cornerback? What's that young cornerback they got?
Derwin. Well, you got Derwin James, and then you got Asante Samuel Jr. Like, he's done a good job drafting.
Yep.
So I don't know. Like, yeah, like I'm trying to look up his draft classes right now to see how long he's been there. But
so I do that. Could this be the job, or would this be a good job for our boy EB? It's a better roster than what he got with the Commanders right now. Better quarterback, better weapons, better everything. The defense better, all that good stuff. The Chargers pursue him to try to get him in. He is an offensive-minded coach. We all know his resume speaks for itself with the Chiefs and Patty and them boys. Could this be his break? Or does he wait what comes up in the offseason? The Raiders, they still looking for a coach, but
I think they might give that to Antonio, to be honest with you. The way he coaching.
I think
don't
so
know.
too.
Anytime a black guy filling in, I just don't bank on it. All right.
Point there. Yeah, he has a point there. But hey, if EB is looking for something that's, a good situation roster-wise, this might be the one. I mean, this team could be competitive. Like we said, Justin Herbert, they got a nice quarterback, running back. It all lines up it's a good team for, a offensive-minded coach. So I'll be rooting for EB to get the job.
So to tag in on that, I'm gonna be honest. Like Ezra, know I've been on the Bieniemy train for a little while now. I'm gonna keep it a G. Eric Bieniemy, for him to go to that division would be like the greatest script writing ever in NFL history. You dig what I'm saying? Like that division alone would have Sean Payton, Andy Reid, and now you got Eric Bieniemy who's attached to Andy Reid. You know what I'm saying? Like the rep that he got for like Ralph said, or the radio show ATL said, he has a rep for interviewing bad. I think that's not that it's BS on him, because obviously you have to know how to interview, you have to be better at that. But if you're good at your job, at some point your resume should speak for you. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of times on LinkedIn, like people will hit you up and be like, hey man, like I took a look at your qualifications, man, check this out. I think you'd be a great fit. Why isn't Eric Bieniemy getting that? Hey, you'd be a great fit given you've done X, Y, Z. Why is it this man has to interview right, or why he has to interview better than most people? So I really think this would be a great spot for EB. Radio Show ETL says Sean Payton, punk ass waited a year, and it would have been him. It would have been him.
Well, I think to that point, I think Sean Payton was banking on him getting fired when they lost the playoff game.
Right, and that's probably why the GM got fired, because he should have been fired last season.
But I wanted to bring this up. I wanted to give y'all his resume. So he's been the GM since 2014. Okay, Tom Telesco.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, he's a good drafter. I remember knowing that, right? I'm gonna just name off the list of players that he's drafted during his tenure, which started in 2013. Okay, and I'm gonna just name key folks. I'm not gonna go through the whole list.
All right.
Manti Te'o, Keenan Allen, Jason Verrett. Oh, we lost Jimmy? Oh, okay. Jason Verrett, Joey Bosa, Mike Williams, Desmond King, Derwin James. And just going down the list trying to name the relevant folks. Drew Tranquill, Justin Herbert, Kenneth Murray.
Oh, my jeez.
Rashawn Slater, Asante Samuel Jr., Josh Palmer. He got Austin Eckler as an undrafted free agent.
This is all the people under his draft class.
This is all the people he's drafted during his tenure in one class or another. So, to me, he's gonna get another job. Now, Staley, on the other hand, he might just have to be a defensive line coach or something. But Telesco's definitely gonna get another GM job, or at least front office director, scouting type thing. So. I think Shannon had just made that point. He probably got fired because he just let Staley, be there too long. So, you at the end of the day, you make those decisions. So I guess you got to fall for it. But he's got a very good track record, and it's hard to find GMs that are consistent. And so,
I got you. So I think we didn't beat this conversation to a pulp. I think we all can agree that they made the right decision to get rid of Brandon Staley. It just came a little bit too long, a little bit too late. A lot of late.
Shout out Shane in the comments. In the
Absolutely.
chat, going crazy.
Shane been going crazy in the comments, bro. I love it. I love it. So let me ask you this. So before I get into, or as I get into our next topic, right? As I get into our next topic, I want to show y'all guys something, and it goes along. It goes along with what I'm talking about, right? So I want y'all to watch this play for me real quick. Watch George Pickens right here on this play with the Steelers, okay? Look at this. If he would have blocked, that man would have gotten the end zone, right? Like, look at this play. You see this? Y'all see that, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So with that being said, a couple weeks ago, we saw what's his name? Deontay Johnson literally do nothing.
He gave up on the play. He gave up on the play. You're right.
So here's the second week in a row that we're seeing this out of the Steelers, and we've seen this with their diva wide receivers before. But man, I got a question to pose to the sermon, I guess. Is it time for the Steelers to move on from Mike Tomlinson?
No.
Really?
I mean, God, I'm gonna be contradicting myself here because
let the record reflect. Let the record reflect.
Is it time for them to let Mike Tomlin go?
Let's be honest.
He's run. He's done everything he could do for Pittsburgh. So in theory, you could let him go because he's brought you to the Super Bowl. You haven't been close since, but he's always had competitive teams. And I guess the reason why I'm saying no, you shouldn't let him go is because it kind of reminds me of that rut that Sean Payton went in with the Saints. During the middle of Sean Payton's tenure, the Saints were like 7-8. They were competitive, but like the defense was trash, right? And it just just wasn't working, right? And then, you know, he got the 2017 draft class and kind of turned it around, right? And just kind of was able to kind of end his tenure on a high note, right? And I just feel like if Mike Tomlin can get another quarterback that's capable, right? Sorry, Kenny Pickett fans out there. Sorry, you know, Miss Trubisky truthers. Sorry. But I think if Mike Tomlin can just get a quarterback that he can trust, that he can let like handle, you know, their business and play well, I think he'll be okay. Because the Steelers will tell you they're not going to fire a coach. They're going to let them coach until they retire. They've only had 3 coaches since the 60s. They've only had 3 coaches.
That's wild.
Right. They've only had 3 coaches, right? So
Lou, Big Lou.
Say what's up, Lou. So the issue is I don't see them letting him go. But my problem is if you do let him go, you better be prepared to be okay with where he goes to, right? Because it's kind of like a girlfriend, right? You got this fine ass girlfriend, and you're gonna let her walk, right? Because for whatever the reasons are, she gonna find somebody else.
That's real.
So you gotta be okay with whoever she pull up with next, right?
And y'all know that when that first initial get back, they gonna flaunt them. They gonna try them. They want you to hurt.
Right.
They want you to hurt.
If you let Tomlin go, there are going to be 5 teams at the door waiting to bring him in.
Facts.
I would bet
nice
you
contracts
there would be some teams, if you made him available via trade, that would trade for him.
They could get. They could actually get a decent quarterback back,
or whatever it is, right? I think you can only trade draft picks, not players with coaches. But still, somebody would give up full cheeks for Mike Tomlin. So
I mean. All right, they didn't give up full cheeks for Sean Payton.
Mike Tomlin's right up there with Sean Payton.
But what I'm saying is, if they didn't give up full cheeks for Sean, they definitely not giving up. Well,
you're kind of at a disadvantage, right? Because it's like, you know, I mean, you got a first round pick. The Saints got a first and a second.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Mike Tomlin would get more than that, but I'm telling you that teams would be willing to give that up for him to be their coach.
Okay. Well, let me ask this. So we kind of talked about the Zach Taylor dynamic a little bit as well, because like today, after watching what the Bengals did yesterday, I had to give it up to Zach Taylor. Like, pause. I was like, bro, this dude is actually a damn good coach. Look what he's doing with a team that's without Joe Burrow. T. Higgins was in and out of the lineup this season. Now Jamar Chase gets hurt. This team's about to make the playoffs, right? So when I thought about this question in my mind, I was like, well, damn, Zach Taylor's a better coach right now than Mike Tomlin. But playing devil's advocate, Zach Taylor technically has a better quarterback than Mike Tomlin has ever had in his tenure as the Steelers coach, and that's Joe Burrow.
And you got to think about this too. I think if Zach Taylor could trade resumes with Mike Tomlin, he would do it.
Oh, he got a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
he got a Super Bowl already.
He's got 2 Super Bowl appearances. He's been to the AFC Championship at least 4 or 5 times since he's been there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know what his overall record is. I'd have to pull it up, but he's over 500. I think
he's never had a losing season.
Has Tomlin ever won a Coach of the Year?
89 playoff record. Say it again.
Has Tomlin ever won a Coach of the Year award?
Probably.
I would hope so.
So this is my take on Mike Tomlin's situation. I say it all the time. It's like a life motto for me. The grass ain't always green on the other side. You gonna go mess around and let him go, and it'll set your franchise back a lot of years because you never know what the next guy gonna do.
That's real.
You never know. You'll be 2 and 16 or whatever the next season, and 3 in whatever the season after that, and then you'll be like, we fucked up. Thinking the grass was green on the other side when we had a damn good coach here, and all we had to do was find a quarterback that was worth a damn.
Yeah, so you see the comment right there. Mike Tomlin's 170 and 100 as a foot,
That's
NFL.
damn good.
70 wins over over
In
lost.
the NFL, like damn, that's good.
And no losing record.
Yeah, it's not
that's
really
a
no
big
losing
thing.
record on the Tomlin's name.
That's a big thing. You could talk about the playoff wins and all that stuff. Hey, that comes with the game. I mean, you can't go out and every coach ain't about to go out here and win a damn Super Bowl every year. I mean, if that was the case, we wouldn't have a league or whatever. But
and also too to Tomlin, while we speaking on him, I also think he's just a respectable coach. I think he's respected and admired amongst the players. It wouldn't be hard for players to vouch for him and want to play for him. Like we just mentioned, Tomlin has no losing record, really. He's shown he can lead a team. He's won, 2 Super Bowls, 1 Super Bowl? He's won a couple of. He got a couple of them under his name.
He's been to 2. He's won 1.
He's been to 2 and won 1. So
yeah,
he's got a Super Bowl under his name, and obviously he's shown he can lead a team to winning. Some team out there, like someone said earlier, it's gonna be multiple teams throwing contracts at him if his time is up in Pittsburgh.
No doubt. And I know Jimmy brought up the point about like the drama in the locker room, right?
Yeah, that's some real shit.
But every player that has left his locker room and went somewhere else was never the same again.
That's true.
Antonio Brown.
I mean, AB got a Super Bowl out of it.
Well, yeah, but AB was like
crazy in
one
the
of
process.
the best receivers you've ever seen in your lifetime. And he did have some moments with he had some moments with Tampa and other stops, but he was never as good as what he was in Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell left, right? He was managing all those personalities, gone.
Then he went fight Adrian Peterson and got knocked out.
To do boxing now. Martavius Bryant, he had him under wraps. They traded him. He didn't play another snap.
Yep.
Mike Wallace left, right? He had Mike Wallace. Dude was balling out for them. He left. Didn't play as well when he went to Miami and some of them other places. So I think you got to give Mike Tomlin his credit. Like,
show him some grace.
I mean, everything's got to come to an end, right? So whether it's Pittsburgh letting them go or they, mutually part ways or whatever the case may be, I don't think personally they'll do it. I think he'll be more likely with Pittsburgh next year than not. But he instantly becomes the number 1 coach available if he's available.
I know if I'm someone making those decisions in an organization, I'm having him a contract drawn up some way, somehow. If he's becoming available, I'm having him a contract available as soon as he hit the market.
And he's such a good coach, you don't even need a good roster because he's going to get the best out of whoever the hell you got there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's going to bring the best out of the players, bro. Like, it's one thing about it. Like, he's proven that already with his record. Like, to say he can't lead a team to winning would just be like the great Stephen A. Just blasphemous. Just be blasphemous, man. Like,
I agree.
What I mean?
I agree.
I just said, bro. If Tomlin's becoming available, I'm having him a contract available.
Tyler, I'll let you say what you got to say, and then I got to go down the rabbit hole real quick because you got me thinking. And I got a team that's probably gonna go after him if he's available.
All I was gonna say is, man, since he's been in Pittsburgh, which it's been a minute, you don't really hear about
his players doing
dumb shit. I might be wrong because I might be wrong, but you don't really hear about
Pittsburgh players doing dumb shit
until after they leave.
That's true.
AB.
The only one that was really out of pocket was Big Ben.
But that was
but let's be fair. Big Ben was white. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
there's levels to this. Yeah,
there's levels to this.
College days. So as far as him managing a roster, making sure the boys' heads in the right spot, I mean, hell, why would they want to get rid of that? For what? Some dudes, you gonna go hire Brandon Staley and then your team will be closed. Then 3 years, 4 years, you back to the same
shit when it could have been like, damn, like I just said, we could have kept him. The grass ain't always green on the other side. So
That's
if
real.
Anybody in Pittsburgh watching podcasts and somehow finds us in their facility, the grass is not always greener on the other side.
Well said. Well said. Well said. E, you got something you want to tap on before we move on to the next topic?
Man, watch out for the Commanders. They
Yeah.
got a new owner. He spent a shit ton of. He spent $6 billion on that team. Okay.
And he a brother. And he a brother.
But no. We're talking about the white guy. But Magic Johnson's part of that group too.
Brothers up
with him.
Yeah. Don't be surprised if the Commanders like make an aggressive push to go get somebody like Mike Tomlin.
Okay.
Because the owner, he owns the Sixers. He wants both of his teams to be good at the same time. It helps your chances of getting the ring. He went go get Nick Nurse.
Damn, that's true.
If Mike Tomlin's available, I think his last name's Harris. Watch out for that owner. He might go say, fuck it. Mike Tomlin's my guy. Tyler mentioned Magic Johnson's part of the ownership. Magic Johnson might put a little call in.
What's up, my brother? What's up, my brother?
Yeah.
I got one more. This might be a wild card, but
I'm only saying
it's because the GM is a brother.
The Bears.
Okay.
That might be a hot take, but if the Bears decide to move on from their coach, Tomlin don't come back. I'm just saying.
In the spirit of brothers, their GM, the GM for the Commanders is a brother.
And we can do this all night long. So I'm gonna just say one more. We can get off the topic.
Yeah.
I don't want this to happen,
but the GM is a brother. The Falcons.
Nah. Arthur Smith, he locked in, bro. For some reason, he locked in. You know what? He got pictures on somebody.
Doug Williams is in the front office for the Commanders, another brother.
He locked in.
Big shout out Debo. I don't know if our brother Debo watching, but I'm surprised Arthur Smith. I'm surprised they didn't give him the deuces yet.
Nah, he hiding, bro. I know he upset. He tried to play it off in our chat.
Cool deal. Well, to put a bow on this, obviously it's a consensus. The Steelers need to just chill, let Mike Tomlinson cook, and get that man a damn quarterback. That's all they need to do is get him a quarterback, and they're gonna be fine.
Get him a quarterback
and make sure the receivers actually do something other than run routes. Make them lovers block.
No Deontay Johnson slander, please. Thank you.
Okay. All right, cool deal. So
we'll cut the topic off right now.
Yeah. So next thing I want to tap into, and I'm excited to get into this because a lot of folks have had a lot to say about quarterbacks recently in the NFL. Cam Newton was on talking about the difference between a game manager and a game changer, and E did some digging. You know how E be doing, bro. E gonna do his things at all times.
There it is.
And we got to let the record reflect on this.
We gotta let the record reflect, bro.
So
hey, even Christian's a fan. Christian's a fan of this team, and even he'll tell you that Brock Purdy ain't no superstar quarterback.
Right. So to tap into Cam Newton's, his mindset, Cam Newton laid out the definition or the difference between, a game-changing quarterback and also a game manager. So his thing was people like the Brock Purdy's of the world, people like the Josh Allens. I mean, not the Josh Allens, the Jared Goffs of the world. Those guys are game managers. But then you got people like Cam Newton, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patty. Those guys are game changers. And his main point was saying there's not a GM
Jim, not to cut
NFL.
you off, but we want to take it back to OG Mike Vick.
Right.
That's a game changer.
That's a game changer.
That matches his definition. Yep.
Yeah. So like he was saying, there's not a quarterback, there's not a GM in the league that's saying, hey, I need to go find the next Brock Purdy or I need to find the next Jared Goff. But they are saying I need to find the next Lamar Jackson. I need to find
if
a
they're
name.
looking for the next Brock Purdy, they're looking for a late round player that
Exactly.
could turn into a starter. You know, and there's no disrespect to Brock Purdy because Brock Purdy's story is amazing.
Mhm.
Right.
I mean, how many Mr. Irrelevants don't even make it a year in the NFL? You know,
They
what I'm
get
saying?
that Disney trip and that's it.
How many don't even make
a roster?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the odds of that happening, the way it's been happening, have been very slim, very slim. I think for me, the definition of a game changer is, and I look at it like basketball, right? When we talk about an NBA superstar,
Right.
can this player go to any other team and bring that team to the playoffs or make them competitive, right? The LeBron James, the Steph Currys, James Harden hasn't won a championship, but every team he's been on, they've won. They've been competitive. They've been in the playoffs. You know, those kind of players, those NBA superstars. So when I look at quarterbacks, I look at the same thing, right? You know, we talk about obviously Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning. You could have put them on any team, any roster, and they would have had a competitive playoff contending team. You know, they all proved it throughout their careers, right? Because they had different surrounding casts at different points. Their teams were always competitive. They didn't really rely on a system, so to speak. That's what a game changer is to me, right? Like what CJ Stroud is doing in Houston is a game changing, right? Because you know that team was not projected to even get 8 wins, right? They were projected to get 3 or 4 if they were lucky. And the way he's just come in and just really taken over that franchise and just have them looking the way they do, I feel like that's the definition of a game changer. Is if this is your quarterback, they could be on any team with any weapons, any system, and thrive and play at a high level. And that's what the definition is for me. And I think all the people he named on the list are definitely game changers. I would probably add, I think he got them all for the most part. I can't really think of somebody that would be an omission, but he definitely got the game managers right. Like
hell, even Jalen Hurts is a game manager.
Well, I would say Jalen Hurts is probably a game changer. I think he's a game changer.
We kind of splitting hairs there. I'm being honest.
The only reason I say it is because what qualities is Jalen Hurts missing from the other guys that he doesn't have?
That is fair. And what I'll say is, I guess it's more so the Eagles' offensive scheme that limits what he can do through the passing game. Because don't get me wrong, he does pass the ball well. He's fairly accurate for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm thinking of like these guys that are game changers, like obviously Lamar Jackson doing his thing on the ground and through the air now, averaging over 300 passing yards a game. Patty averaging over 300 passing yards a game. Josh Allen, yes, he might turn the ball over a lot, but he's getting over 300 yards a game most of the time.
Yeah, and, but with his, I look at his like rushing ability, how he's elevated that team. Like I feel like he deserves to be in that conversation because look at what Carson Wentz was doing before he got there, right? Well,
true.
Before he took that job. So I think Jalen Hurts deserves credit too, right? Like they've definitely done a great job getting weapons around him and that kind of thing. But I feel like Jalen Hurts would be successful on other teams just because of his rushing ability and his throwing ability.
Absolutely. I agree. Absolutely. Well, that was actually a pretty fast topic, by the way.
well, I think the criticism of Cam was not fair. I think.
Yeah, we could tap into that. Yeah.
It's a lot of recency bias behind the criticism because it's like they're looking at Cam at this point of this. They're not looking at Cam when he had his MVP run and so forth. They're looking at Cam as Cam being a podcaster now.
I'm just saying he's salty. He don't have a job. Like, the dude's worth $70 million. Like if anybody has a resume to talk about this, it's Cam Newton. And like he said, whether he's right or wrong, that's fine. He said, just talk about my point. Don't go after me.
Right.
Exactly.
he has the resume.
Yeah.
If you go
Like
look at
16
some of the
just said,
guys,
Cam got the clout to say what he said.
if you go look at his wide receivers during that on that Super Bowl team, you would throw up. I hope you guys don't Google it until after you've had your dinner tonight. But
Shit, all he had was Steve Smith, right?
no, not even during the Super Bowl run. Steve Smith was already gone. Greg Olsen was probably his best weapon. He was a tight end.
Oh,
you had
yeah.
Ted, you had Denarius Bird or whatever.
Boy, Ted Ginn, Demarius Bird. Then we had what's that Funches, Devin Funches.
Devin Funches, it was
boy.
rough.
It was rough.
These names I don't even remember.
Trust me, I know.
For good reason. Like I said, I'm not trying to ruin anybody's dinner, but Cam Newton did some special things, and he definitely has the
facts, bro.
He even said there were some times when I had to become a game manager, right? I just had to make sure we didn't lose the game. There's been times when I had to be a game changer. I just think he needs to make sure that you don't have to be a super athletic quarterback like Cam, like Lamar, to be a game changer, right?
Right, because he mentioned Joe Burrow. He did put Joe Burrow.
Yeah, he put Joe Burrow on there. So I think, I think when he was saying Brady and Breeze and Manning were the ultimate game managers. No, they were game changers. There were guys that Peyton Manning set records with, and they were never as good when they got paid, right? I think about, who's the tight end for them. And the dude was good. That was the year he broke the record. He had Demaryius Thomas, he had Eric Decker, and then he had that tight end. And I can't think of the tight end's name to save my life, but his last name was Thomas, I believe. And he had 1,000 yards. He scored double-digit touchdowns. And he went sign a free agent deal with Jacksonville or somebody like that.
And he did nothing.
Never heard from him again.
Right.
So I think, you got to give credit to them as well. Game manager, he said the perception of that term is
let's be fair. Let's be fair with this, because the same people that came down on Cam Newton for calling these so-called players game managers are the same people that made the term game manager a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
The media itself took the term game manager and stamped it on the Mark Sanchez's of the world, stamped it on the Sam Bradfords of the world. We didn't do that. The media has always told us a game manager is a mid-ass quarterback. What Cam Newton said, what Cam Newton said was there's levels to game managers. Right? Because right now, Brock Purdy, as great as he's been playing, he's a game manager. But he has the opportunity to do what Brady did and become a game changer.
Yeah. And to that point, I was going to say, I think, me personally, how I feel about Brock Purdy, he's been playing great, been balling out, doing terrific things this season. But I still think it's way too early for us to sit here and say he's a game changer just yet. Sure. He's hadn't really played a full entire season yet. He took over towards the latter part of the season last season, but he got hurt in that conference final game.
Right.
So he couldn't really close out the way we thought he would. But
and that was my argument for a lot of the guys he had on the list, right? If Brock Purdy does this for the next 5 years, he's not a game changer anymore. He right.
Definitely level.
Yeah, where he was drafted.
That's tier level quarterback.
Correct. Yeah, he's in a whole nother category, right? This is Tua's first really healthy season, right? Where he's, actually healthy, not concussed, not hurt, actually being able to play in every game. Jared Goff, we know what Jared Goff is. He's never going to be a superstar quarterback. He's not.
He's the ultimate game manager.
He's like this. He's like this day and age Alex Smith. If he's your quarterback, you're gonna be competitive. He's got a winning pedigree. He's been to the Super Bowl before.
He went toe to toe with Patty. Let's be real.
That's what I'm saying. He's gonna go toe to toe.
That was a great game.
Best guy. But he's not an elite quarterback. But he's gonna continue to get contracts and checks from teams in this league, whether it's with Detroit or somewhere else.
I'll give you the face of game management, Kirk Cousins. That's the face of game management.
That's fair.
Fair to say.
and there it is. You know what I mean?
Fair to
Like,
say.
But like with Dak Prescott before today's game, I would have tried to make an argument for Dak because I feel like has played very well. He's been very consistent, minus the injuries.
yeah,
But the playoff resume is just not there. So I just
hell
can't
no,
put him up
can't do
there.
it. Tony Romo was a game manager too.
Yeah.
Ultimate game manager.
Matt Hasselbacks of the world, game manager.
Right.
What about what about the Kurt Warner?
I mean, look, Kurt Warner was definitely
No, Kurt Warner was a game changer.
he
Now,
was a game changer, bro.
I put a asterisk on Kurt Warner, right? Because had he not done what he did in Arizona, he definitely would have been in that game manager category. Because he left St. Louis and was, a backup. And then he turned Arizona's whole franchise around. Had them in the NFC Championship game. He was in a lot of playoff games with them. So Kurt Warner got a pass. That's honestly, in my opinion, not trying to be spicy, but that's how he got in the Hall of Fame. It wasn't because of the first half of his career. It was definitely the second half.
Definitely the second half.
Yeah, that run he made with Arizona, I mean, I think they just had him as like, oh, we got him as a locker room guy. He's going to mentor Matt Leinart. And what he did for them, there was no way they thought that was coming. So,
Hey, I know that man was a little older, bro, but when the Saints hit Kurt Warner like that in that game, bro, I almost cried for that man, bro.
I'm not gonna.
That was wild, bro.
Hey, look. We did what we had to do, right? Who got knocked up? Somebody got the piss knocked out of them earlier today, and we was talking about that. Oh, the Saints hit the crap out of Tommy DeVito, and they were like, "Oh man, that's so messed up." I was like, "Nah, you got to set the tone, man. My man been doing this for 3 weeks. Victory. Like, nah, he need to get his ass rocked real quick.
Right?
Like, no, it's a different team. So, I gotta respect that. But like somebody like Carson Palmer, I don't know if Carson Palmer was a game manager. I feel like
Carson Palmer was definitely a game manager. 100%.
I don't know, man. He played really good for a lot of different teams, man.
How many playoff wins did he have?
I don't know. You got me there.
0. There's a reason why Marvin Lewis got fired.
Hold on. I think Carson Palmer has a playoff win.
It wasn't with the Bengals.
In Arizona. I'm thinking Arizona.
I was about to say it wasn't with the Bengals.
I think it's Arizona.
Hey,
that Marvin Lewis fire, that's one of them, the grass ain't greener on the other side type of firings too. Because
No.
To be fair,
yes, it has been.
He did everything he could do for them, which was a first round exit. They needed something. They needed to get to the second round.
That was a long time ago, so
Hold on, let me look up Carson Palmer's playoff record because he's 1-3.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, right? So, all right, let's get into this, move the show along. We're going to hop into some NBA real quick, and then we're going to close out the show with a special topic, something off the wall, not even related to sports, but
this shit very off the wall. That shit is very off the wall.
But it's gonna be something that's gonna be lighthearted, especially after this heart-pounding weekend we had with sports, right? So, last topic I want to talk about has to deal with the way the league has been treating Draymond Green, right? The Warriors have went out of their way to say, "Hey, man, we're gonna get Draymond Green all the help he needs. He's going through something. He got his head coach talking about the one." Not the person, not Draymond Green choking Rudy Gobert, but the one who choked Rudy, the one who took a wild flail, the one who punched Jordan last year. That's the guy who needs to change. Steve Kerr on why Draymond Green's suspension makes sense. And just hearing the way Steve Kerr talked about Draymond on this, it ticks me off. Can y'all guys hear this?
Yeah, we can hear.
Mm-hmm.
To me, this is about more than basketball. It's about helping Draymond. I think it's an opportunity for Draymond to step away and to make a change in his approach in his life. And that's not an easy thing to do. That's not something you say, okay, we're going to do 5 games and then he's going to be fine, right? The league did that 5 games after the incident with Rudy. That's not the answer to pick a number. The answer is to help Draymond.
All right, enough of that bullshit. Why the hell are we talking about Draymond Green as if this guy has some, mental disability? If something like is like mentally wrong with him that's causing him to do this, like he has split personalities. Like this attitude is the reason why you have the championships you have. I'm not condoning his foolishness because you shouldn't be doing that. You got to be a professional.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, let's not all of a sudden push this mental wokeness ass agenda on Draymond Green as if he has a problem. Y'all literally just paid him this offseason? You didn't know? You paid him after he punched this dude.
I mean, you gotta send a man to do physicals and all of that stuff. Y'all didn't have no mental evaluation.
He do have a problem. He do have a problem.
No, he got a problem, but he ain't got no mental. He ain't got no mental
disability. He gotta go to some kind of counseling or something, bro. You can't just be hitting the fuck out of anybody.
All right, E. Let me ask you this.
Crazy.
Crazy.
All right, let me ask you this. What the hell is counseling gonna do for somebody with a competitive fervor?
It ain't even about counseling, right? So let's get to the nitty gritty of it. To your point, this ain't about mental health. This ain't about.
They talking about it like it is.
Well, no, here's what it's the NBA's fault, right? They've made him feel untouchable, right? They've let this foolishness go on since when he got drafted, 2013. They've let this shit go on forever. I mean, every year he's like the league leader in technical fouls, ejections,
kicking people in the nuts.
You name it. And the NBA's just did, that's Draymond. That's just what Draymond does.
Yes, the narrative.
And it's gotten to a point this year where my man hit, what was it, Jokic? He hit Jokic. He hit Rudy Gobert. He helicopter slapped somebody else.
Trying to choke him out.
Jim, that nigga hit. Hey, he hit Gobert with that Melvin from Baby Boy, son.
Yeah. So like, he got to chill the fuck out, right? And at the end of the day, that's what it is. Steve Kerr, to me, and
that's the real problem.
Well, I'm gonna start some shit here, so it is what it is. I'm here to do this. Steve Kerr sounded like he missed Jordan Poole. He wished like he had Jordan Poole on the court with Steph, Clay, Looney, Kuminga. That's who he wishes would have got traded is Draymond. It sounds like he wishes he would have kept Jordan right where he was. And Adam clowning and acting a fool with the Wizards, looking like JaVale McGee's shacking the fool every week.
I gotta get this off my chest. I see where you're coming from with the Jordan Poole thing, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. The Warriors are not a good team this year.
Oh no, they're not.
This isn't the first year that they've been suspect, right? All the praise that Steve Kerr gets for being a great coach. All the Warriors are light years ahead of everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
No, the fuck y'all not. But Steve Kerr is not as great of a coach as everybody claims he is.
But you're helping my point with how they are this year, right? And again, this is no disrespect to Draymond. He's got the resume. The NBA lists anybody in the Hall of Fame, so he's going to be right there in the Hall of Fame. He's got Defensive Player of the Year. He's got all the accolades, right?
Right.
But Draymond Green is 30 what?
I think he's 34.
He might be older than that. Jordan Poole might be 24. This has got, to your point, you just said it. They're not as good as they are this year. Well, because they didn't develop young talent behind Steph and Clay, right? Clay might be gone after this year. The Warriors offered him a contract. Yeah, they offered him a contract. He didn't take it. He thinks he's going to get more than that, and he might. But Jordan Poole was somebody that was young. You had already developed him. He was under contract. I'm not saying he was going to be the next Steph, but he was somebody that was younger that could kind of keep you relevant, right?
He definitely contributed to that team. Let's not say let's not just say he was just some player on the team. He definitely contributed.
I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is
Draymond's not that guy anymore.
Right, but what I'm saying is the Warriors are not a Jordan Poole away from contending. Like,
I mean, I
does
correct.
anybody see what Jordan Poole's doing in Washington?
But he wouldn't be doing that in Golden State. I mean, the coach for the Warriors, the Wizards, I don't even know how he's got a job right now because that team is atrocious. But my point is, this version of Jordan Poole that the Wizards have, we wouldn't be seeing that with Golden State. You know, he would be in a different situation. He'd be in a different role. Curry can still play. Klay Thompson can still play. Kuminga's coming along. Looney's does what he does with the boards and the blocks. But if you got Jordan Poole there, that's somebody that could really go off on any night for you and could really help out Curry and Klay when they're not shooting well.
And we've seen him do it before.
Draymond's not that guy anymore. If Draymond Green gets you 9 points and 5 boards, that's a good night for him.
Right.
So that's my
Mr.
point.
Triple. I mean, it's walking Mr. Triple Single. I understand.
That's right.
I understand.
Right. So Steve Kerr, in my opinion, he's coming from a place of I'm salty at Draymond because he's the reason why I don't have Jordan Poole here. We should have kept Jordan Poole and just figured out to do something else with Draymond.
Look, I agree to a certain extent, but I do feel like the way the Warriors season's going, they need a scapegoat. They know they're not going to win a championship this year. They're probably going to blow this bullshit up after the season. Obviously, Curry's going to be the last man standing, which for good reason. But they need a scapegoat, especially for a team that looks at themselves as if they shit don't stink. They need a scapegoat, and Draymond is that scapegoat. He's going to be that scapegoat because he's their black sheep. It's just that simple.
Brother Jimmy. Amen.
And look, I'm going to keep it a stack, bro. Steve Kerr needs to coach this year. Curry cannot just go out there and put up 50 points and win every game. He's going to have to coach. So all the shit people have been talking about Steve Kerr is this great. Let me see
it. And all your points are valid because I've agreed with you offline that Mark Jackson definitely set up that team to be where they are.
Debo.
Hey, Debo speaking facts. Debo speaking facts.
Yo,
that man came in hot, bro.
You got to give Kerr his credit, though.
Jesus
Christ. You got to give Kerr his credit. He could have just fucked it up, and then they could have just been losing in the second round every year. So
that's true.
Just because you giving an alley-oop or a layup doesn't mean you're gonna make it or do what you're supposed to do.
Exactly. He got a coach. And if y'all watching this on YouTube, please y'all just like the stream. All right.
But yeah, no, he. Besides what Debo said, he's offering protection. Draymond doesn't offer any value to this team. And even when Draymond,
that's not true. That's not true because Curry cannot. All right, let's be real. Curry ain't got that attitude Draymond got. The team ain't got no toughness.
That's fair. That's fair. They have no toughness. They don't have that guy. But
let's keep it a stack.
Hold on. As long as Curry's there, though, they're gonna get people to come to the Golden State.
Hey man, look, that's something that we missed, right? And as they say, King G says he adds security to the team, which is true, right? But let's speak on this, bro. If you notice, Steve Kerr finished that sentence talking about the one that punched Jordan last year. If I'm not mistaken, Steve Kerr, a nigga that got punched at practice before, right? He got punched by Michael Jordan, right?
The GOAT slapped his bitch ass.
Did Michael Jordan deck his ass?
Yeah.
He did.
Right? So for him, he looking at, well, damn, if Curry would have did it, Curry's like our MJ of the team, like I can't tell him nothing. But Dennis Rodman just punched me, right? That's essentially what just happened. Dennis Rodman punched Jordan Poole, a.k.a. Draymond Green, punched Jordan Poole. Kerr can't let it fly. He catching flashbacks, bro. So he been waiting to come down on Draymond. He been waiting for his time to shine, bro. That's
why,
what it is,
why
bro.
would you bring up Jordan Poole? Because you miss him. And
No,
because
he can sympathize with getting his chin decked in.
You traded Jordan Poole and got back Chris Paul, a 39-year-old Chris Paul who's making $40 million this season. You think they could have Jordan Poole?
Jesus Christ, bro.
Let's be real. They have a 39-year-old Chris Paul making $40 million a year. Chris Paul's been passed around more than your neighborhood thought, okay?
Whoo, Chris Paul community putty.
Hey, we not gonna be disrespecting Chris Paul like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially for a team. Hey, especially for a brother that played for our favorite team. We can't be out here disrespecting.
Well, he
that
wanted
man
out
like that.
and he got out. This has nothing to do with him. This is just speaking the facts. Chris Paul's been on several teams for many reasons.
Can't stay healthy in the playoffs.
Well, health, and number two, the team feels like they can do better without him, so they trade him. Okay?
Let's be real. Chris Paul really bad luck, bro. That's why I don't have State Farm, because he's really bad luck.
But back to my point. Would Steve Kerr rather Jordan Poole coming off the bench, or would he want Chris Paul?
Now, he'd rather Jordan Poole, but
Okay.
he'd rather Jordan Poole not get punched. That's the biggest issue.
Yo, Draymond is
Just that out of pocket nigga on the team that can't nobody control.
But you need that. You need that guy.
Oh, I know what you're about to say, 16.
And he's also just in-house security, so they don't have to go hire anybody. So he puts on the tough guy act, nobody fuck with the other players, and then they just roll with it. But the nigga need to be controlled though.
I mean, let's be fair. Jordan Poole actually deserved to get punched in the face. I mean, he really not a victim. The only reason why he a victim because it was on camera.
Mm-hmm.
If it would have never came out,
that's fine. But Jordan Poole played a very pivotal role on that team. After he got punched in the face, he was still balling out.
All right, so let me ask you this: would Curry have told Jordan Poole to shut his ass up and sit down and stop being a bitch and play ball?
You would hope so.
Yeah, I would hope.
Curry not gonna do that.
Well, and look, I don't want to make it sound like Draymond's replaceable, because he's not.
He ain't.
But I mean, if you want somebody to act out of pocket, man, you could just go get some crazy G leaguer and like put him in the game for 5 minutes and be like, "Hey, bro, earn that 2-way contract real quick."
I'll tell you what. Take Draymond off of the Warriors and put Lance Stevenson. Let's see if they win another championship.
I think they definitely need to go look at some pieces though. Shout out to Xavier. He put a hypothetical trade in one of our chats where the Warriors go get Lauri Markkanen. They need to go do that. They need to go get somebody.
Oh, you know what? They wouldn't need Lauri Markkanen if Steve Kerr knew how to coach James Wiseman or develop James Wiseman. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, you know, the great white hope came in and took over and did his thing when Mark Jackson laid the foundation. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Jim. Let the record reflect.
I want Steve Kerr to coach. Since everybody say he is great, let me see him coach, bro. That's what I want to see.
Church.
Come on now, coach. Shit. All right, got out my body a little bit, but it's all good, man. So look.
Yeah, we heard that bass in his voice, bro.
Yeah,
I'm glad you let the record reflect, though.
Yeah, bro. I got enough of the Steve Kerr agenda, bro. That nigga, you know, is up and is stuck with me. Yeah, bro. But all right, cool. So we're gonna tap into our final topic of the night. This is a little bonus, you know, as Plies would say, a bonus. So this one coming, right. This one coming straight out of left field, dog. Okay, and I just need y'all to understand. Like, I'm only sharing this with y'all because it threw me for a loop when I seen it. You dig what I'm saying? It threw me for a loop when I seen it, and I gotta get y'all take on it because I know it can't just be me. Ain't no way in hell it could just be me. So the story behind this video, right, is
was an unthinkable
check this out.
tragedy. A beautiful bride mowed down on her wedding night by a drunk driver. Now the bride's mom, Lisa Miller, is claiming her daughter was never legally married to the groom. If true, that would make her the beneficiary of what could be a multi-million-dollar estate and not the groom.
I'm not sure what would bring her to actually challenge the validity of her own daughter's marriage in order to
34-year-old Miller and the love of her life, Eric Hutchinson, were married on a beach in South Carolina last April. She was killed later that night, and he was seriously injured as they rode in a golf cart to an Airbnb. I spoke with his attorney, Patrick Wooten.
The only indication that Ms. Miller has lawyers have given for challenging the validity of the marriage is that Sam and Eric didn't have the opportunity to cohabitate or sleep in the same bed after they got married because, of course, Sam was tragically killed the night of the wedding. it is crystal clear that you do not have to cohabitate or spend the night together in order to have a valid marriage.
So I'm gonna stop it right there, bro. There's $3 million on the line, and Ma Duke said she want that inheritance, bro.
That's all it is. Mom want that bag.
Man,
How y'all
She
feel about
want them
this shit, bro?
Cordellas.
I'll let them talk and then I'll let the record reflect.
She want them
This
Cordellas.
is very simple. This is a very simple.
Chris, you want to go
situation.
first, Chris?
Mom, you ain't shit. I'm sorry.
Well, then that too.
You ain't shit. God, I'm sorry. You know your daughter that happened to your daughter, but clearly you after that man's money. How you gonna sit here and say they not married? We literally looking at them. You may now kiss your bride on video, and they not
Yeah.
married. They walking away holding hands after the ceremony is over. And they not married.
It's a
What
tough
the
one, bro.
fuck?
Hey, Chris, look, this is another thing, bro. Some more insight to this. She claims because the husband did survive, all right, but he was badly injured. She claims that, because they didn't get to sleep together that night, right? That even the last name is not hers. That she need to use her maiden name.
Bro, look, take away them M's, and you think Mom will be having this case?
Hell no.
You take away them M's, and you think Mom will be having this case? No. You funky dog head bitch.
Hey, I agree with Chris here. Mom's tripping. She tripping hard.
She after that bag, man. She want that young man coins, bro. She ain't shit. She trifling. She down bad.
All I got to say is, I hope this don't offend nobody, but this got to be the most white shit I've ever heard in my life. God damn. This is some real life fucked up white folk shit, bro. White people say anything though. White people say black people say crazy shit when they get a camera in front of their face. White people the same way.
I'm not gonna. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. Two things can be true. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
A broken clock can't be right twice a day, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, bro.
Bruh. What the fuck? $3 million?
I'm telling you.
Just because they didn't sleep together that night? The wedding was over.
That's what I'm saying. You take away them M's, Mom wouldn't be having this case, bro. She wouldn't be trying to bring this to the light. There's no way. There's no way. And look, again, condolences that she lost her daughter. That's very unfortunate. There's no way I'm trying to make no joking manner about that. But this financial grab, this money reach, you clearly you done lost your shit. Like just if you just be honest, just say you want the money. Just say you want the money. You know what I'm saying? Hey, at least a trick will tell you, hey, I'm only about the money, right?
Right.
A trick will tell you she only about the money. But if you trying to use this, I'm gonna tell you why she ain't shit. She's using her daughter's death as leverage to get this man's money, bro. Like this man he's at fault of her daughter's death. No, a drunk driver was the reason behind this debt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, money grab.
I gotta get your take on this, E.
So I got two. Go ahead, Tyler.
I got one more thing.
I ain't mean to cut you off. Let's just look. We just need to go ahead and put it out there that Moms didn't like the son-in-law to begin with. She probably low-key salted their whole relationship. She probably didn't want her daughter to marry him.
That's true.
No, mom probably wanted to fuck the son-in-law.
Hey, yo, Paul.
You know what I mean?
Let's be real here.
I'm just saying.
Well, Chris, if that's the case, you wouldn't be suing him.
Oh no!
You just find other ways, to
spiteful, man. That's a spiteful woman. It's a spiteful woman. Come on, man. You know how women act when they spiteful, bro.
I'm just saying, man. The powers of the flesh. So I got 2 points here, and it's pretty cut and dry for me. So number one, first point. Who wrote the will, and why weren't you on said will to get some of these assets or this inheritance?
To be fair, they probably didn't have a will that soon. You dig what I'm saying? They was young. Like, I mean, young folks like it. So
No,
it
no,
just
no, no,
goes
but
to like common law, you know what I mean?
He got her inheritance, correct?
Right, because they married. Like, that's common. That's like
But
default.
where's this inheritance coming from? It's coming from the dad. We haven't talked about the dad. Clearly, it's coming from some dad or some uncle. Somebody she earned that inheritance from.
That's real.
So why are you not in the will? Why? If you felt like you weren't in the will and you were missing out on some, or you deserve to be in the will, whoever's inheritance she was supposed to get, why weren't you in the will?
I see where you're coming from. Because
Lawyers
you know, like, I'm gonna keep
write
it stacked,
wills. You clearly have a lawyer. Your lawyer's fighting the wrong case.
Debo says it's not inheritance, it's insurance. So it's the insurance money. Man, all right.
Okay,
Time out.
so
who put insurance on who? And that's the thing. Like, is it a $3 million policy between the husband and the wife?
Yeah, was the policy
or did
for
the
the
mom
husband?
or did the mom put the policy on her? And you know,
but even if it was insurance, you can put beneficiaries on there.
Wait, Debo, she won? Like, she got the money? Is that what you're telling me right now? Did mom win? This is gonna piss me off because it's the last topic. This is really gonna piss me off if she got the money.
Hey,
Well, I guess I'm figuring out.
This is for real white people problems because they got most white people have life insurance. We know black folks don't be getting life insurance.
You gotta have a beneficiary on that for somebody because they're gonna cut.
Hey, I got life insurance, big dog.
No, I know we do. I'm talking about, man, you know, like, soon as a nigga in the family die, we selling pork steaks. Like, I hate that shit. Like,
no, that's facts. And leg quarters. Don't forget the leg quarters.
Don't forget them leg quarters, my nigga. Don't forget them leg quarters.
But Tyler, your point on your life insurance, you had to name beneficiaries, right?
Yep.
Okay. So if the mom was the beneficiary, then yeah, she's got an argument there.
She lost. She didn't get no money. She a bum ass bitch.
I guess my second point that I was gonna make, I hate that we know the result. I thought this was still going on, but my other point was gonna be when you get married, you have to sign the marriage certificate there. So once it's signed, it's a wrap.
Well, to be fair, we sign if you do like a so when we got married, we signed our marriage certificate the night of rehearsal. So we had already signed our stuff on the Friday night. And when we went to church, so technically we were already married for 24 hours.
But to your point, that certificate is a legal
binding.
Yeah, that's legal documentation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Apparently it's still going on. Debo say she hasn't won yet.
So
yeah.
I mean,
I hope her raggedy ass
don't win too.
Well, I know we talk about, you know, these white people problems and this and this and that. But clearly she feels like she's got a chance. She read some part of the insurance or something in the policy.
Right, I get that. You can put
her lawyer got together and figured out they got a chance at it.
Bro,
right.
It's
to
Debo's point. They of course they're gonna try to fucking win something.
Hell yeah.
Right. So to Debo's point, yes, you can put a policy on anyone if they agree to it, but you also have to have equitable interest. So like they have to be your child or they have to be like someone you take care of. Mm-hmm. You can't just put a policy on, you know, Joe Blow down the street because he drives a Mercedes. Nah, like you got to have a reason for it. So to his point, yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, it's
at least Debo, at least she waited till he got out the hospital. She gave him a fighting chance. Like, damn, you in there? I'm gonna wait till you can speak and walk.
There's no way
to get on your ass. At least she leveled the playing field, bro.
Man, hey, bro, you gotta get off.
That dog head heifer ain't shit.
Hey, no, wild. When we come to morals and what's right and what's wrong, she's definitely fucked up.
Yeah, she
but
going to hell.
There's some leak, some wording, some document out there that's giving her a fighting chance. And hell, she says she's going for that $3 million estate. That could be property. That could be
whatever, you know,
stocks, investments. She said she gotta get a piece of that.
She need them coins.
Look,
how 16 say? How 16 say that, Jim?
What?
At the end of the business day?
Oh yeah, she needed her money by the
She
close
said
of business.
she said she want her check by close of business.
Today.
Hey, and it's
She do win, that just prove how the law ain't shit. Cause that just if she got a fighting case and she win, okay, cool. But if there's no chance in hell and she actually win, that just prove how the law ain't shit.
That's real. That's real. Well, man, look, we coming down and it's 9:40, so it's time to hop off. But I just want to thank everybody for tapping in with us and sitting through our foolishness and enjoying our time.
I told y'all the Jags were fraud. They getting beat right now. 17.
They getting stumped.
It's getting there.
Love to see it.
And Trevor Lawrence is overrated.
Oh, hey, real quick, before we get off camera, the OTG family want to send our prayers out to the big homie Debo, his young man, speedy recovery champ. Hope you shake back soon, healthy, speedy recovery. We're all praying for you, dog.
Yeah, that's real shit, huh? Yeah,
that's real shit. W's in the chat for Debo's kids, bro.
Yes, sir. Big prayer hands up for the young man.
Absolutely. Well, y'all, we thank y'all for rocking with us. We will be back here again next Sunday gonna be Christmas, so we might have to do something on a Saturday, bro. Unless y'all want to tap in on Sunday, bro. Next Sunday gonna be Christmas Eve.
Shit, I might be full of that all.
You might be full of that all.
Be full of that all.
I tell you what, we gotta
get Chris. We gotta get Chris a camera to put on a bookshelf so he can do his version of that. What's that song?
The Tamia, the line dance.
Yeah. We need to see his version of that Tamia line dance, bro. My man was stumping hard as hell on that.
Absolutely, yes. Shout out OTG Bring a Friend week this week as well. Shout out
Bring a Friend
show.
night this week on the radio show for sure.
That's right.
Wait. Oh, bro, that's when you know it's time to get off of here, bro.
If y'all saw that comment, that is Big Debo. That is Debo. None
other. Well, y'all
the most out of pocket nigga we know.
Oh, no,
gotta respect it. You gotta respect it.
Debo definitely top 3, but I don't know, man.
This is right. Debo does need a show. Debo, come run OTG After Dark, bro.
Oh my god.
Dog, we gotta get on up out of here, bro. I appreciate y'all rocking with us. Again, we'll put out an update to let you know if we're gonna be here next Sunday because it is Christmas Eve. So if we don't run it Sunday, then we'll probably do something during the weekend and double back on the following Sunday. So we'll catch y'all.
Make sure y'all stay tuned and make sure the word is heard.
Absolutely. Make sure to go follow us on Facebook. Our Facebook page is On The Geaux Podcast. You can't miss it. Like, you literally cannot miss it. It's On The Geaux Podcast, just like our YouTube channel. You can catch us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts at, you can catch us there. And again, YouTube. So we appreciate y'all for stopping through. Shout out to the radio show ATL. Shout out to my black friend. Shout out to everybody that's been a part of this and helping
King G was in the comments.
King G was in the comments.
Shout out King
G. Yeah, we're not gonna give him the government, but he's in the running for most out of pocket person we know, and he knows that. So.
Yeah, he knows that. I gotta blur out my backgrounds just so he can't see my house and shit.
Shannon kind of out of pocket too, bro. Shout out to Shannon, bro. Shannon been texting me all day about me losing in fantasy, bro. I want y'all to.
Shannon been on your ass, huh?
Shannon on my ass, bro. This sounds like it's a Super Bowl, bro.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I got a steal list from 16 because it's probably the most genius thing I've ever heard. But to close out the show, I just want y'all to know one thing. I need y'all to remember to like and subscribe because every like and subscribe gets us closer to another like and subscribe. So like and subscribe. Let's get it. All right, we out of here, y'all. Peace.